Without further ado, let us say hello to the king of kickboxing himself, the most successful and decorated heavyweight champion in the history of combat sports.
Keep it coming,
The one and only Rico Verhoeven.
Yes, sir.
How are you, my friend? Please.
I'm good.
Have a seat. Have a seat. Thank you so much for coming. Good to see you in America.
Thanks for having me, Ariel.
Good to see you. International Fight Week, UFC.
Yes, sir.
This is big. What brings you here? Everything.
International Fight Week.
You're supposed to say your show.
Yeah, your show. Of course, your show.
Yes,
You
thank
brought me here.
Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you.
No,
Let me
it's
fix
amazing.
this for you.
Is it good? Yeah.
Is that good, Frank? Is that good for you? Oh, he's so happy.
Yeah,
My audio
I
guy.
just heard we had to point it, right? We had to
Right,
point it,
right. Yes, yes, yes. How are you, sir? Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
What are we, 13 days removed from the fight, Glory
Yeah,
100?
something like that, yeah.
Artem Vakitov. By the way, I heard you've been in the U.S. for a little bit. You were just in L.A.?
Yeah.
What were you doing in L.A.?
Yeah, I got so many connections. You know, I want to get into movies, so just try to combine everything at the same time. So coming in, shooting some content, meeting up with agents, and doing everything at the same
Auditions,
time.
talks?
Yeah, we got some. We can't say too much,
Okay,
but
okay. Things
it's
are
some fun
happening
stuff.
though.
Yeah,
Everything's
things
coming
are
together.
happening. Yes, sir.
It's amazing. I look on your page, and obviously, you know, you see what you want us to see, but you're building this beautiful house.
Yeah.
You're killing it. You're headlining Glory 100. Like
Yes, sir.
you're from afar. We want to knock on wood. Life seems to be very good for Rico
Oh,
Verhoeven.
life is amazing, Ariel. Life has been really amazing. I feel blessed, and it's just like we just keep doing it. We keep living the dream.
Are you one of those people where you're like, I'm a negative person. I'm a glass half empty person.
Yeah.
So I'm like, when's the bad thing going to happen? When life is good, I'm always
Yeah.
thinking of the bad things.
Mhm.
Are you like that, or
No,
you're good?
definitely
Okay,
not. Definitely
I'm
not.
happy to hear this.
Always try to, if something negative happens, try to turn it into something positive.
Good.
So
That's the way to
just,
be.
Keep working, and that's the thing. Just keep working hard, even when you're on top. That's the only way you stay on top.
Yes.
So
I even
just-
saw, like, after the fight, your YouTube channel is great.
Yeah,
There's
it's
amazing
so much
stuff.
fun.
Well done to you and the
Thank
team.
you.
I want to ask you about some specific things, but in your video behind the scenes of Glory
Yeah.
100,
Mhm.
right after the fight, you go in the ice bath.
Yes, sir.
I don't usually see that.
No.
Is that something you request?
Yeah.
Okay. When did this start?
A few years ago.
So you go right in.
Yeah, I go right in because you know the body's sore.
Yeah.
And the only way to treat it well and to treat your the injuries that you have well is to treat them right at that second.
In the moment.
So in the moment. So that's what I do. I just jump in right away between 3 and 5 minutes.
That's crazy. You
So
were just in the title
everybody's
fight?
there. My family, my friends,
Energy.
everybody's there. Yo guys, give me 5.
Wow.
And it's just good just to cool down and just like tune out, and then we did it again, you know, just like enjoy the moment for a little bit.
Does it in a weird way, does it like make everything stop, because now you have to be so focused, it's so
Yeah.
intense, right?
Yeah.
And there's so much energy, there's so much attention on you, there's so much buzz backstage. This I wonder if it like all funnels down into one singular thing into your body, because none of that matters when you're sitting inside a freezing tub, right?
100%. And I think next to it being really good for your body, it's so good for the mind, because like you said, life and just like the stress, and there's so many things coming your way that you have to deal with. And that's why I say 8 out of 10 days I try to start my day off with an ice bath.
Wow.
Why? Because then, like a day of work, one day it's easy, the other day it isn't. So I jump in, and if it's an easy day, okay, you do it, okay, you get out. But sometimes you get in and it's like, oh my God, it is so cold, it hurts. And it's just like, you train your mental resilience.
Wow.
And then if I do it in the beginning of the day, I already feel like a winner. I start the day off as a winner, and I feel like, okay, what is today gonna do to me to take that feeling away from me? Because I already crossed the biggest hurdle this day could bring to me.
Even in the winter?
Yeah.
Outdoors or indoors?
Outdoors.
Golly.
Yeah,
Those
so
winters are
I
cold
literally,
over there.
I literally wake up. So the alarm goes, grab the towel, go
Really?
down, literally like that.
Nothing else?
Nothing else.
Wow.
Right away. So believe me, you're awake after that.
Yeah. No, God
works.
bless.
It works.
Glory 100, Artem Vakitov.
Yes, sir.
Was he tougher than you expected him?
Well, to be honest, I think he is an amazing fighter. Next to that, I don't want to take anything away from that, but I put him on such a pedestal, I put him so high that when I was there, it just flowed, and I was like, oh, okay, this is literally going how I prayed and expected it to go. So it felt like strange. So the pace was so high because I thought I gotta keep pushing because I watch all his fights. Like, this guy has a crazy pace in his fights.
Yeah.
And that's what he does. He starts 9 out of 10 times he starts slow, but then after like the second round, that's when he starts warming up. He's like a diesel.
Yeah.
And then he starts pushing and stuff. Like, oh my God, okay. So I gotta be on point, better than I ever been. So that's what I feel that I was. I was in the best shape that I've been in for years.
Wow. Really? In
Yeah.
years?
In years, because I took it so serious. Finally, everything, my body was good. No knee injuries, nothing. So I had an amazing camp. I came in a lot lighter than I normally do. So now I was in great shape.
Did you feel like you had to come in lighter because he's a smaller
Of
guy?
course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Could you feel though that like just looking at you guys, you could tell that you're a bigger guy?
Yeah.
Could you feel that it's not an MMA fight, so you can't necessarily take him down and use your size, but there are ways that you can use your size to your advantage?
Of course, you have the distance.
Yeah.
The longer arms, longer legs, and as soon as he comes in, you like can hang over him a little bit.
Sure.
But in Glory now, the rules are so tight. You're not allowed to clinch. You can clinch, make one action, boom, and let go again, or else you get
Penalized.
penalized or whatever.
Do you think that he's going to stick around?
I think so. Yeah, and I truly believe if he stays in the heavyweight division, he will defeat like 80 to 90%.
Do you think he'll stay at heavyweight or go down?
I don't know.
It was such an interesting thing that he went on the Contender Series here, for the UFC.
Yeah.
He won. They wanted to keep him around, and he said, "No, thank you. I'm going back to kickboxing."
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Maybe it was a money problem or something. I don't know.
I would think so.
Yeah, but because in
I'm sure he
Glory,
got
of
way
course,
more
he
for
was.
Glory 100.
Yeah, he's a superstar. He's been champion for like.
Yes.
He was champion for 5 years or something. So that's why I was a huge fan of him. I love his style. I love the way he approaches fights because he's such a smart and tactical fighter, and he has a high fighting IQ. So okay, he felt like a smaller Rico. So that's
Wow.
how he approaches the fight. So that's why I took it dead serious. Everybody was like, yeah, but he's smaller, he's lighter. Yeah, so what?
Yeah.
We saw that with Usyk and Fury as well.
True.
So, and there's so many more examples.
So I thought it was a big win for Glory that he did that, because we've seen as of late a lot of people go from Glory to MMA.
Yeah.
And get really big and
Yeah.
kind of use their success in Glory to propel them into other things. He
Yes, sir.
said, "No, I'm going to use this to come back and get the MMA fans to be like, whoa, that guy went on Contender Series 1 but chose to go back." I thought it was a huge victory for
Yeah.
Glory as a promotion and for kickboxing.
100%.
A rare victory, because there haven't been a lot of those guys who have come back, if you know what I'm saying.
No, you're definitely right. But as you have seen, like for the last few years, it's just amazing how the people from Europe and the kickboxers are doing in MMA. I love it.
Yes.
I love it. Like now, my brother, he's the undisputed heavyweight
Yes, Mr.
UFC
Tom.
world champion.
What did you think of this whole situation? So your good friend Tom Aspinall, you
Yeah.
trained with him
Yeah,
not
we
that
trained
long
with him.
ago. You were training with him, right? I saw
Yeah.
on your channel.
Yeah.
What a bizarre situation how it all played out. But in the end, it played out well for him.
Yeah, it played out well. I wished for him it would have played out differently.
Where he actually got the fight.
Yeah, he actually
Yeah.
got the fight and just like took an amazing win. But like everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
So yeah, we talk about it, we laugh about it, we have so much fun, and then we look at each other like, who would have thought?
Yeah.
Two boys from Europe taking over the whole fighting world game.
It's
We're on top of the world. We're on top of
same
the
weight
game.
class?
Same weight class.
Yeah.
We're doing it, man. We're taking it over.
When did you first meet?
Oh, that's years and years ago.
Really?
That was in a Tyson Fury training camp. Yeah.
Okay. And he was just a training partner? You were a training partner?
Yeah, we were just sparring partners.
Okay.
That's like how we met. And then, yeah, like I said, I think 5-6 years ago, he started coming to the gym and just work on his stand-up game. And ever since, yeah, we've connected. We've been friends, and he's been coming over to the house. We've been training. I've been helping him. He's been helping me. So yeah, amazing.
So I saw this video that you guys did the Iron Gut Challenge. Yo, this is crazy. This thing, man. This is nuts.
Yeah, we
so
love
like you
it.
start at like 10%, 20%.
Yeah, something like that. We
and you
build it
keep-
up. We build it up.
And then you keep, and it's the way you guys produced it was great with like the meter and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's very, very well done. But I'm watching it. I'm like, okay, now they're gonna stop, and you guys keep going. You keep going.
But it's so much fun, Ariel.
That's
It's
fun.
just- yeah.
Getting punched in the stomach by a heavybeight champ. It looked miserable.
Yeah, but that's what we do. That's what we do
You do
for
this
a living.
like just for fun with no cameras.
Yeah, we also do it. Just like
Let's go. Yeah, I know you're doing, but like just straight punches to
Yeah.
the freaking stomach.
Yeah, but it's like people think like it's an app training. It's a training for your app, but
Yeah.
it actually isn't. So it's more of a like again,
mental
it's a
thing.
mental game. Like you get hit, it hurts, you feel it, but how do you deal with that? And how can you still like, how can you cope with it and still function in a normal way? So yeah, and you have to do the same thing within the fights. So, like I said, it's fun and it's a mental training at the same time.
It looks miserable, but it's very impressive. And then it's funny as it goes higher. You're like, okay, you're talking about the breathing. Like it's
Yeah.
captivating to watch.
Yeah.
But I just can't believe you guys are standing there doing that.
No, but like I
Full
said,
force.
for us it's fun.
When you're going,
and-
when you say like 100%, are you really going 100%?
Yeah, we're close to 100%. Yeah, and especially like we just finished training, so we do sparring and everything. It's like, okay, I got a good idea.
Yeah.
He's like, oh no, that's fun. That's a fun idea. Let's do it.
Jeez Louise.
But it, yeah, like I said, even sparring for us, we spar at like, let's say 80%,
Yeah.
90%. We go pretty hard.
And you ask him to come to prepare for the Glory 100 fight.
Yep, yeah. I ask him almost every time we could get him over. He
Wow.
comes over, or the other way around. If he needs me for a fight, I'll come over and help him out. Or if we both don't have a fight, we just or I fly to him or he flies to me, and we just work out together, just getting better.
What makes him so good as a training partner?
He's, in the good sense of the word, he's awkward. So, especially for me as a kickboxer, because in MMA you have so many different styles and ways of fighting that you don't have like one style. But in kickboxing, it's most of the time it's pretty similar, and that's what I mean with to me he fights awkward. He's different, and I like it. I like it because that makes it harder for me to adjust every time, because he brings different tools and different ways of attacking to the table that I haven't seen before.
Does his father comes too, right? Andy?
Yeah. Andy is the best.
Legend.
Yeah, he's such a legend.
He made some news this week as he was talking about the whole situation. He doesn't hold back.
No.
He doesn't hold back. He tells it like it is.
He doesn't. He's just like, if you want Andy,
Yes.
that's what you get. Like
The relationship is really interesting because in boxing you have a lot of father-son duos, right? Coach,
Yeah.
fighter. MMA you don't have a lot of that. So
No.
their relationship reminds me a lot of some of the relationships in boxing that we see.
Yeah.
Is that a common thing in kickboxing? A father teaching or coaching a son?
No, not as much. But you have it. But I had it. My dad, started teaching me kickboxing since the age of 6.
He introduced you.
Yeah,
Did he fight like what level did he go
yeah.
to?
He was just like at a certain moment a professional A-class fighter.
Okay.
But yeah, he got injured and he stopped. So he started recovering from his injury, started doing some fitness, started doing boxing, kickboxing, and just people within our neighborhood said like, hey, why don't you teach? And he was like, yeah, why not? So then I was at the age of 6, so he brought me to the gym.
Wow,
and
he
that's how we
started his own gym?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and he was just like starting to teach like people in our neighborhood, and that's how it started.
Wow. Did you have siblings?
Yeah, I have a half sister.
Yeah.
So, but she was living with my mom.
Okay.
So she didn't kickbox. She started kickboxing at the age of when I was around, I think 15, 16 or something. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
When did you start to believe that like I could actually make a career out of this? I'm different. How old are you?
So I started off until the age of around 12. I did a few matches, but it was always so hard because I was so big. I was big and heavy. And at the age of 12, it just was so hard. My dad said, you know what? Because the age difference was becoming really, really big. So I was 12 and I had to fight guys that were like 14 or 15. And then at that age, few years, it's just a big difference. So my dad said, you know what? wait till you're 16 and you'll be in the adult division. That was like back in the day. It's not anymore,
Okay.
but back in the day, at 16 you were in the adult division. So okay, let's do it. But it was so hard at that age when you're 12, 13, 14, and you have to train. My dad was really strict, so he was like, you have to train, but I didn't have nothing that I was training for. I had no competition.
Right.
So, but he was just like, keep pushing, keep going, keep going, keep going. So we did it, and finally I was almost turning 16, and then having my first fight. So
Pro or amateur?
No, it's amateur. It was my first fight.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. Period.
Yeah, period.
Okay.
So yeah, as an adult.
Yeah, yeah.
So finally, I was almost 16. So I turned. My birthday is the 10th of April. So in February, the phone goes, "Yo, we got a cool event. Do you want to have fighters? Did you want to sign up?" Yeah. Finally, we can sign up Rico. Okay. I was 16. I was weighing 100 kilos.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. So the legs were already this big, but the upper body was a little bit skinny. So I said, yeah, we got somebody. He's 21 years old, no experience, so perfect, heavyweight. All right, let's do it. Then I turned 16, and a week later, the phone goes. Yeah, that guy, yeah, he pulled out. So, yeah, we got a problem. But we got a new opponent, but he's 24. Yeah, okay. It is what it is. I've been
8
waiting
years
so many
older.
years
Yeah.
for that moment, so let's do it. Okay. So it's the 30th of April. That was the date of the event. I was there. I was in the ring announcer. And in the blue corner, his opponent is 28 years old.
Oh my gosh.
I was looking at my dad. My dad, you'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. 28.
28. I was 16. But like I said, our sport is so young
Yeah.
and so fresh and so new that it wasn't like regulated as it is today. So that was crazy. I was 16. I was fighting like an
Did they
adult.
know and not tell you, or?
I don't know what happened, but
Yo.
it happened.
How'd it go?
And then I won in the second round by knockout.
Oh my God. What a feeling that must
Yeah,
have been.
that was amazing. So that went like a tornado through kickboxing. We're like, yo, we got this guy. He's 16. He's 100 kilos, and
Yeah.
he's amazing.
You just knocked out a 28.
And I was like, wow, okay. Maybe I can do this. And then I keep doing fights. I keep winning and getting all these compliments. And I think, hey, maybe we got this. So because I was like 9 and I saw Peter Arts become kickboxing world champion for the 3rd time in his career in, what was it? 98. I thought, like, hey, this is something I would inspire to be.
Yeah.
And then finally doing all those things and getting all that confirmation from all those people, I was like, hey, maybe that dream is closer than I actually thought. So that's how we kept on going. And we got closer and closer, and finally turning.
And now you're the greatest of all time. Are you
Thank you,
comfortable? Are
thank
you
you.
comfortable with that? I mean, there's no.
No,
You're not
definitely
comfortable with
not.
that. The resume. Yeah, it's not even like a hot take. It's like just look at the resume.
Yeah.
There's no one that comes close.
No, yeah, it's I appreciate the compliment. Like I said, it's up to other people to give me that than telling, oh, I'm the greatest of all time. But I'm so proud of everything that we've accomplished as a team, because that is what it is. Of course, it's me in the ring, but being Rico that I am in the ring takes so many people.
The length of your run, like the way you've been able to sustain this dominance,
Yeah.
is the most impressive thing to me, because usually someone will slip,
Yeah.
or they'll lose motivation, or they'll get hurt in a fight. That to me is something that I don't know if we'll ever see again. Like you
No.
never see this type of
Yeah, but
dominance.
that is definitely something that my dad gave me, like, because it's definitely not motivation. You don't need you need motivation once. So you need motivation to start. And as soon as you start it, after that, it turns into discipline. So just keep doing it.
Because
And
I was
stay
going to
disciplined or
push back
whatever.
on you and say, like, sometimes people say, well, it's like the thing that John kept talking about with Tom, like, oh, he doesn't motivate me, he's not a big name, this and that. So sometimes you're fighting guys who are well beneath you.
Exactly.
So you don't need motivation to fight them?
No, because
You
at a certain moment, and at the beginning, I had that. Like, oh, this guy motivates me. And at a certain moment, like, why do I have that? I said, I don't need that. The motivation or like I said, the discipline should be like I should look in the mirror and be a better version of me every time. So instead of, like, for me now, I'm not chasing belts anymore. I'm chasing cool moments in things that haven't been done before in the fighting game. That's what I'm chasing now. So I'm not like, oh, I need to be motivated because I'm fighting this person or I'm fighting that person. No, be the best version of me and do stuff that hasn't been done before. Just think of the craziest ideas and bring combat sports and fighting to a whole new level.
Okay, so when you talk about cool moments, now all of a sudden my mind goes to one place. You know this. It goes to Francis.
But yeah, definitely.
Where are we at with this? Because I threw it out pie in the sky after his last fight.
Yeah.
And I was just trying to like think of something. But then my understanding is like it started to develop a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. So I actually was with his trainer, Eric, this morning.
This morning.
Yeah, this morning.
At the gym.
Yeah.
You were training with him.
Yeah, we were training. We did some groundwork.
Whoa.
We did.
I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing for the fight.
Why not? It's like, yeah, we're close. We've been close for years.
Okay, yeah.
So,
yeah,
and I know Francis as well.
Yes.
So
Oh,
I said, but
did you talk about it?
of course.
Okay,
I
yeah.
said, but let's think like outside the box. What hasn't been done before? The ultimate challenge. One opponent, 3 fights, 3 disciplines.
Wow. MMA, boxing, kickboxing.
Exactly.
You're down to do MMA.
100%.
Wow.
So that is like something that
One night
haven't
or
seen-
over a series of nights?
well, I think one night is challenging.
Yeah, okay, I just want to make sure. I don't know how crazy you are. So over a I mean, I wouldn't put it past you.
I don't know how crazy you are.
You guys do one night fights and
Yeah,
one
we
night
did,
tournaments?
I did 3 fights in one night.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But to make it good and make it exciting and make it like a full camp, I think it's important to have like 3 different moments.
Okay, so this is your concept.
Yeah, I
You've
love
now
it.
taken my pie in the sky idea and you've made it even better
Yeah.
and more intriguing. How do we actually make this into a reality?
Get the like I
Our
think
glory
I wanted to say get the right opponent, but I think we have the right
you have
opponent.
the guy. You have the guy. And there's no
But-
one for him to fight in MMA.
No, so that is like we got to find the right organization, the right person to organize it and make
Glory's
it happen.
interested.
Glory's interested.
Is PFL
the
interested?
I think so.
Yeah.
And Saudi's interested. So I think there's a lot of things that might happen and just change like combat sports in general.
Yeah. Well, would you have any preference? Which one's first?
No, like make it exciting.
Yeah.
Make it exciting. So if you think about it, like, because for me thinking about this whole concept is like, all right. So for example, we're driving in a car and you're driving on the highway. Why pick a lane? Why pick one lane?
Yeah.
When you can own the whole highway. you can
Yeah.
do all 3. Why not? Let's just do all 3. But just,
would
of
be
course, it's
incredible.
like separate nights. But like,
It would be incredible.
Yeah,
It would be a spectacle. It would be huge for both of you. It would be huge for kickboxing, for Glory, for PFL, for everyone.
Yeah, for like I said, combat sports
We
in
have to
general.
figure this
and
out.
And that is something.
Do you know if he's interested? Did Eric say?
Eric said, like, "Oh wow, this is an amazing idea. I
Okay.
love it." And he said it as well. They talked about different opponents. Of course, they also talked about Wilder. But like now, said like, "Hey, this is something that could be fun."
Could it be your next one? Is it possible, or do we need a little more time?
I don't know. It depends on like how fast things are gonna get picked up.
Right.
If somebody says like, "Yo, I want this and I want this real fast," let's go. I'm like I said, I'm down. Like I've done it all. I've done it all, and yeah, let's create moments let's create moments and things that haven't been done before.
Yeah.
And that's what gets me
Yeah,
the
of course.
goosebumps and just gets me excited.
Do you want to fight again this year, regardless? Are you hoping to fight again this year?
100%.
Probably.
But like I said, there's so many things there. We're doing movies,
Yeah.
we're fighting, and it's like I said, it's such an amazing time. And like you said, like if you look at Instagram, it looks amazing, and everything is amazing. But it is so much, and I'm literally living the dream.
Wow.
so much
Beyond your
enjoyment.
wildest
Yeah, I'm
expectations.
enjoying myself, and that I got the chance and the opportunity to use combat sports to get into the next step, because you know, being an athlete and being a world champion comes with an expiry date, and what are you going to do next? So, yes, as a young kid, the dream was to become an actor. Or, well, I saw movies and I'm an amazing movie freak, so I was like, yeah, that could be cool, like Arnold Schwarzenegger or Jean-Claude Van Damme. Like, why not use then, if that dreams becomes reality, that I ever become kickboxing world champion, why not use that as a stepping stone for, the next thing? And that's entertainment, acting. And then finally got the chance.
Den
Wow,
of
and-
Thieves.
and I gotta be really honest, I found my new passion.
You loved it.
Of course, it's like, oh, it looks nice,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
when you finally do it, is it that nice
Yeah,
that
yeah.
you created in your head? And yes, it is. It's long days, long nights, but it's so much fun.
I love
so
it.
much fun.
It's great to see you so happy and all the success that you're having. We need to figure this out. We need to figure out this
We're gonna
Francis
make
fight.
it. We're not have to figure it out. We're gonna make it happen.
We're gonna
That's
make
what
it
we're
happen. Oh
gonna
my
do.
gosh. I need to be there for that.
100%.
It was I can't even believe it's become this 3-fight thing. I love the 3-fight thing.
Yeah, and like I said, it hasn't been done before. I haven't seen it because the boxers they never use their legs, so
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
never gonna do like an MMA or a kickboxing fight, because as soon as you kick their legs, they don't know what happened with them.
You need to get in on this. If the Francis thing even doesn't work out, like you need to get in on one of these like
Yeah,
super
we gotta
fights.
find somebody.
Yes.
that would be open to it.
Wilder, by the way, he's fighting tonight. He's coming back. That would
Yeah,
be a crazy one.
That
You
would
versus
also be a
him.
crazy one. And what's his name? Big Baby Miller.
Big baby what?
He was in Glory.
He was in Glory.
He was in
Yes, I
Glory.
remember this. Yes.
So
He talks a lot of smack.
yeah,
Yes. Yes, he's a
yeah,
crazy,
he talks
crazy
a
guy.
lot of smack. So
He's a crazy dude.
So that could also be. So there's so many things that are, and so many opponents, but like you just gotta find the right one and get him ready.
We have this poker table here. You see this with my name on it, and
Yeah,
we're
I love
asking
it.
all the people who are stopping by to sign, and then we're going to auction it off to Ben Askren's family
Wow.
to give all the
Amazing.
You know, Ben is going through a tough time
Yeah.
right now. So if you don't mind signing,
course not. Of
I would
course. I love
appreciate
it.
it.
I love it.
You're the
Let's do it.
freaking man, Rico. Thank you so much for coming
your
by.
time, Ariel.
Are you going to the UFC tomorrow?
Yeah,
You're gonna be there?
Of course.
Are you going to talk to the UFC brass?
Who knows?
You're open for anything.
I'm open.
Wow.
So let's see.
When's the last time you were at a UFC?
That's a good question. I think it was McGregor Cerrone was the last I was here. It was also
January of 2020. That was the last time.
Yeah, I think so.
Right before the pandemic.
Yeah.
Why were you here? Just like that?
yeah, of course. Yeah, I
Okay.
was here for the fight.
Wow.
So I was.
Did you ever meet Dana White and those guys?
No.
Okay.
No. So I was in where was I? I was in Los Angeles, doing all my
Yeah.
connection stuff and the movie things, and I knew the fight. And of course, I'm with Paradigm.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Connor's with Paradigm. So I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yeah, come over to the fight. Yeah, why not? Let's go. So
Brilliant.
me and my best friend, we went there, have fun, and now we're back again. So many
Okay.
years later. So,
maybe
happy to
you'll
be
have a
here.
Chat. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy it. If you don't mind, thank you. I think your buddy's over there as well.
Yeah, there he is.
No iron gut challenges here.
No.
I don't want to. We don't have the right kind of insurance.
But since he's the undisputed champion, I haven't seen him yet. So
Oh, so
I'm
bring him in. Bring him
definitely-
in. Connor, bring him in. This is your first time getting to congratulate him.
Yeah. Of course we
Of
called.
course.
Of
This
course
is
we
big.
called.
He wanted
There
to
he is.
congratulate you.
There he is, Tom
Yeah,
Aspinall, the
Tommy
undisputed
Aspinall,
heavyweight
Aspinall,
UFC
Tommy
champion.
Aspinall. Oh, nah. This is it. This is the first time he gets to see you as undisputed champion.
First time I'm seeing him after his defense as well.
Yeah.
We just trained together a few
Look at
weeks ago.
look at the magic we're making.
How's it going? Good to see you.
Tommy. Thank
Beautiful
you so
place
much.
you got over
Thank
there.
you so much.
Beautiful place. Oh, I'm taking the big seat.
You're taking a big seat here.
I warmed it up for
Thanks,
you.
bro. Can I drink as well?
Please.
I'm thirsty.
Don't forget to sign, Rico.
I'm gonna sign before I leave.
Please.
Ariel, I gotta tell you, you're such a amazing person always.
Thank
but
you.
the way you put just combat sports in general
Thank you.
on the map in the world, I love it. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for
That
doing
means a
that,
lot to
because
me.
we need more people like
Yes.
you. Just to
I
keep
want to
combat
go to a
sports
glory
at the-
event in the Netherlands. That's
Yes,
a dream
sir.
of mine.
Yes, sir.
So
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rico. You're the man. Thank you so much. If you don't
gonna
mind,
sign it.
yes,
Enjoy.
you will
Have
sign.
fun.
See you later.
Wow, here he is. Look at this. The 2 best heavyweights in the world.
The boys from Europe.
That's
Yes.
right. That's right.
Oh, I was talking about myself and
Oh, come on.
GC over there in the what is this? Oh, is this from you?
That's for me.
Wow. You tried these, Rico?
I don't think Rico's tried them.
These are the
This is my good shit. Toothpicks.
toothpicks, flavored toothpick.
You told me about it.
You not tried them?
I want to try. Can I try one right now?
Of course.
Rico,
Feel
me
free.
and you. Amazing. Ooh, look at this. Big berry. Here you go, Rico. Try a flavored big berry toothpick. So you're just supposed to like chill.
You just chill. And now they've actually got like vitamin ones coming out, so you don't have to take pills and you just put the toothpick in. I think it's good.
I love it.
Good idea.
I love it. Shout out to them. Big berry flavor punch.
Thanks.
no problem. Thank you,
All right, man.
Rico. All
Catch
the
you
best
later.
to you.
See you later,
Wow,
bro.
this is good. I can't believe it. Thanks for watching this video. Before you go, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for us. Also, give us a thumbs up, leave a nice comment. These things go a long way. And while you're here, do check out the rest of the channel. We've got live shows and full interviews, clips, and a whole lot more. We're doing big things here, and we appreciate your support very much.